Hey everybody, welcome back to Jeff Bowles Central, the only place on the internet all you Jeff Bowles entertainment speaks to you in a ridiculous, phony Greek accent and then sneak up behind you and stab you in the crotch for drachme. There's a lot of bad voice acting and accents in this game, but we're not going to let that keep us down because Assassin's Creed Odyssey, that's the name of the game tonight, and let me tell you something, this game is robust, to say the least. Robust. Before we get rolling here, everybody do me a favor. I'm going to hypnotize you right now. You will like this video. You will subscribe to Jeff Bowles. I don't know how to hypnotize anybody, never mind. Okay, so, we're reviewing Ubisoft's brand new Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and what an odyssey it is. I have seen some whopper video games in my time, ladies and germs, but I ain't ever seen a whopper video game like this whopper video game. The age of video games has really brought us a long way when you can most likely spend 100 to 200 hours in a video game that basically takes place in one small region of the world. It is fully rendered, it is gorgeous, it is beautiful, the story is very, very well told. By the way, I want you to watch this. This lady, your assassin, is about to stick this eyeball up this goat's ass. Now I want you to see that, ladies and gentlemen, because I spent a lot of time getting that footage for you, just so that we could see the goat scamper away. Okay. So, a game like this, that is so damn big, it's kind of hard to review. And it's kind of hard to definitely review in 10 minutes, which is what I've budgeted my time for right here for you. Because the scope is just insane. How these guys get these games done in a couple years and then release one of them every single year is just completely beyond me. They've even added back in naval combat, which has kind of been absent to the large extent. Kind of been absent in recent AC games, at least really since the two pirate games that came out on the 360, right? The Black Flag and whatever that other one was. I don't even count that one. And so the main thrust of this is you play one of two siblings, the male sibling or the female sibling, and you are a child of a Spartan general who kind of sacrifices his family for Sparta in the time of the Peloponnesian War, which is when Athens and Sparta are going at it full throat. And so you're spending a good chunk of this game kind of trying to recapture your family. Not recapture, but, you know, get your story back together, you know, because a game like this that has such a vast landscape, it's cool to have a personal story. This, by the way, is Athens, which is the most beautiful city in a video game I've ever seen. Look at the size of this city. This is the statue of Athena at the Acropolis that I'm standing on top of here. All those buildings, all those distant hills, all that water, you can go all those places. And because Greece is kind of a series of islands, right? I mean, there is a mainland, but it's the Greek islands. You go to an island, you do all the side missions, you do the main mission, you find all the treasures, you take all the bases, you hop on your ship, you get your crew to take you to another island, you do it all over again, and you're crisscrossing all over this beautiful ancient world, all sorts of cool history. This is Pericles right here, yeah, and the other guy is Herodotus, so there's a lot of really great history. Because it takes place in the Peloponnesian War, you actually have the ability to trigger some of these big battles that you're seeing here. You go into a region, you destroy some of their supplies, weaken their defenses, you kill a leader for whatever group you're trying to fight against, because you can pick sides. You're a mercenary. You don't have to hold on to one or the other. And you trigger this big battle, And at the end of it, if you win, you get all sorts of cool loot. There's a subplot about a horrifying Greek cult that is actually in complete control of Greece, and that involves your sibling. And there's a whole thing where you have to track down in a menu, track down every single member of this cult and wipe them out. There's so much to do. It's almost too much to do. And I like a big video game. I like laying down $60 for a game, and I get a very full, engaging experience. But for crying out loud, Ubisoft, I'm not glued to my chair. I can, if you want me to, Ubisoft. Do you sell some official Assassin's Creed licensed glue? To glue to my chair, and an official Assassin's Creed licensed chamber pot, so I don't have to, like, worry about the business that I gotta do, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I'm telling you, man, like, it is an action RPG for the ages, at least until the next AC comes along. It's not free of bugs, I will say that. It's such a large game that you're bound to run into weird bugs. Like, for instance, I kept having trouble picking up items every once in a while, be it like drachma or, gear, weapons, whatever it is. It just wouldn't let me pick it up. But again, for an experience like this, it's surprisingly well put together. You're looking at me about to assassinate a guy, okay? And the assassination portion of Assassin's Creed has now become infinitesimal. I mean, they might as well not even call it Assassin's Creed anymore, because it barely has anything to do with the Assassins and with the Templars, because neither faction obviously exists in ancient Greece, and you do unfortunately still get sucked out of the experience every once in a while, yeah, to go hobnob with people in the real world, with the woman who's in the Animus experiencing all of this. And I gotta tell you, Ubisoft, really, we need to ditch that part of the Assassin's Creed narrative. It's like they made that Assassin's Creed movie with Michael Fassbender. Any of you see that? And the movie was lousy, and mostly it was because it spent all its time at Abstergo rather than in the cool history portion in Assassinating. Whatever. But even though the game is a little glitchy, even though it's probably too big for its own good, because I'm telling you guys, you're going to spend months playing this game. You just can't help it. Hundreds of hours. It is one of the most fully realized, beautiful action, third-person action RPGs I've ever seen in my life. I love this game. Assassin's Creed came back very, very strong and in a big way with Assassin's Creed Origins last year, and I thought, man, it can't get any better than this. And it has. Assassin's Creed Origins was less buggy. And I think that it had some other things go. I think it was like maybe a little bit of a tighter experience, but they took everything that you could do in that game and piled more stuff on top of it. Looting, faction wars, cult assassinations. It's absolutely insane. But like, I can't fault it for being big. I can't fault a game for giving me so much damn content for a measly $60 and saying, here, be my slave for until summer comes again. I can't fault it for that. So, in light of this amazing experience, this beautiful customizable experience, Jeff Bull Central is going to give Assassin's Creed Odyssey a 9 out of 10. Now, why not a 10 out of 10? Well, you have to base it on what the final tally of the entire experience washing over you felt like, with the bugs, with the potential of it being too big for some people, and 9 out of 10 is what it gets. But listen, if you need a game to play right now on some new gaming hardware right now so that you can sit back and blow your own mind, don't look any further than Assassin's Creed. And there's some great games coming out this season. 'Tis the season of the great game releases. But that's it for me, everybody. 9 out of 10. Do yourself a favor, like and subscribe. Jeff Bull Central. Every weekend, new videos. Also, my friends, if you wouldn't mind getting on Amazon.com and purchasing a copy of Brave New Multiversa Collection. This is my latest short story collection. Science fiction, fantasy, horror, and so much more. It's twisted. It's funny as hell. You know what? If you don't do it, I know you ain't my friend. It's a ridiculous Greek accent. Ciao! That's Italian.